and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Mariota. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
I'm going to go. Come on.
Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner, put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches, and then you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Luke now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Commanders, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Now 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Mariota. A throw left side, ruled in by the rookie wideout. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
First and
10 cycle. Let's go. Ready.
They run. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
at the 9-yard line.
To throw Mariota. Now he's going to step up and run. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. Jake Moody now for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score. Ravens 14. Commanders 7. Jake Moody to kick off.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Justice Hill to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Ready?
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson now. Now he'll tuck this and run. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 10 more there and another 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A 1st down carry for Henry. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Now it's Jackson. That's the right side here, complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 50-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. On 3rd down, Henry. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Report! Sit on!
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's got it down to the 28. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Jackson going to keep it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Baltimore, first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Ravens.
Inside handoff, Henry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. First and goal, Baltimore.
They'll try to run forward with Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, Alpha, what?
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll try and do this himself. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 26. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
First down.
Ready?
Mariota now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Ready. Red. 30 seconds.
Mariota. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break,
and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Pass taken in by his big tight end. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Now Mariota. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
52. Here we go, set. Ready.
Throwing is Mariota. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
48 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And what a tough spot for this defense, because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
To throw is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Got his man on the comeback. That's Hopkins with it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Here's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game, because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
34, Commanders 15.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there, set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
From
the gun, Mariota. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sand.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He'll try and do this himself. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Here we go.
Mariota. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Shot,
First and
17.
10 at the 19-yard line.
Claws, 10, Fury, yellow. Hut.
Mariota to throw it. That ball caught. It's chosen. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Down. 50, green. Light blue. Set.
Mariota again. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Deebo Samuel from 4 yards out. And the Commanders get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continue to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Ready.
To throw is Mariota. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Hut, hut.
Throwing, Mariota. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.
wish them well. Get up on my level, I'm sending them straight to hell. We all in your city, your name ain't ringing the bell. All this motion on my cell, you would think I got it for sale. It was Friday, I met him up by the shell. He took me to the bank, cause he sent me too much for sale. Keeping secrets, he know that I never tell. It's a bird, it's a plane, oh, it's coming in through the mail. I'm a lane switcher.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Chicago Bears. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Soldier Field. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens and themselves. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. out to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson, first play, going to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in a zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Throwing is Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Gain on the play. And the Ravens first down.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Here's a diving catch right side. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you can almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 29 yards. And the Ravens are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
I see the bunch of mean guys in the band at a time. Throwing on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe. Probably the reason you die trying to feel alive, but I'm incentivized by in the thighs. Gripping on it like I'm picking the prize.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Jackson going to keep it. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Now Jackson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kyle Van Noy. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
The 35-yard line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
On a quick.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Jackson. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Jackson now. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
At the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Henry up the middle. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll drop to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 23-yard run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play there gets them right back up to that level.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
But so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a 2nd and 10. Final play and a half here. It's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 to score as we resume action on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. That's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now inside the 25. And all the way for the Ravens. Touchdown. Derrick Henry, 57 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in this third quarter. On his loop for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score. Ravens 14. Ravens 10.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Brings up third and 3.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
That went into the hands of Flowers. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
First down. 8-yard pickup.
They go play action with Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6. At the 36-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. He finds his man complete. That's Flowers. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Here's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down.
Brings up second
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Back to throw. Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Good game there on first down. That keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Looking to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check off. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Change it.
Jackson to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Throwing. Jackson.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
No, we changed it.
One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted. And the Ravens are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Baltimore Ravens and the Philadelphia Eagles. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. And this is not a good start. That kick falls just short of the landing zone, and this opening drive is going to begin from the 40. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that tap may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Here he goes, third and long. Escapes the pocket. His first throw is an interception. And the Eagles have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series. Well, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3 now, partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
No, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback. And you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
Hurts comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Working inside the red zone. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Hurts now from the gun. Marked by Johnson on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Good. 63.
Hurts yet again. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles parlay the interception into points. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when he could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation with your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Man, Brock saw his versatility in back-to-back plays, switching things up. This time he runs it in himself to add 2 to that touchdown strike.
It is so deflating to a defense, so tough to defend a quarterback that first beats you with his arms, and then he puts those 2, as you said, on with his legs. This dude is a true dual-threat difference maker.
And this won't have the juice to reach the landing zone, so some great field position coming up for this offense at the 40-yard line. Flying down the middle with Henry. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Running once more with Henry. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Decorian Bennett's there for the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. 8-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll have it 3rd and 3. Lamar back to throw. That one finds his man, likely. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal. 9-yard line.
They'll run here with Henry. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. On the move, headed right. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Ravens start to fight back with their first points of this game. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could elect to try a shorter kick. Not even the penalty could change their minds, partner. Okay, down by 2, but they're still taking the point after. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through. They just trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
17 yards. That's good for the Eagles.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's enough.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. The Eagles with the lead here at the link. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Barkley off the pistol give. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
That linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field. All I'm thinking about right now, Cage, training camp. Because that's a middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. A throw left side, caught by Brown. It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles grow their lead to 8. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And he crawls to the 15 before they stop him.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Now it's Jackson. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Jackson now on 3rd. Escapes out to the left. He's going to run for it. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. Now Jackson off the play action. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Intercepted. Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Great. Trimmer.
Here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. And there's the timeout from the offense. Just 4 seconds left to go. And that play, that should help them get some points here going into the half. Here's the final play of our first half. The final throw before the break. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. He can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And not a lot available there. Makes it to the 26. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play.
Alpha.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And he's caught. He's got ground. And he's all the way across midfield before he's brought down. He picks up 28 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Hey, 73, 73.
Hurts setting up to throw. Now he's past the 25. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes the comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Rasheen Ali on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
Rolling left, buying some time. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Third and long for him here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. They're going for this. Forced out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. He's got it deep downfield. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on fourth down, it may mean sometimes throwing in the double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3/4 in the books from this one. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Second and 3 now.
Hey, middle.
Henry running to the left. And second down only works out for a yard. Third down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And it's incomplete, so that's going to bring up fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
You're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Andrews has it, working downfield. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
And he'll get in. The two-point try successful. Now they trail by 7. Well, I hear you say it all the time, partner. It comes back to that word trust, and they trusted in their offense to go get those 2 points, make this a one-score game. They do their job. Now one big play can change the entire outlook of this game for them.
Yeah, now it becomes about complementary football. As you said, the offense did their job. Now defense, can you not just get a stop? Can you get a turnover? Maybe take it to the house yourself. Either way, that conversion puts them one snap away from a totally different ball game.
And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Eagles make the recovery. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. All right, starting the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Great, set. Hey, let's go. Trim it.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the Ravens' 42-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Offense to the line, 2nd down. Back to throw, Hurts. Hauled in by Gunner, left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd down, they need 7.
180.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles leading by 7. It's a nickel set for the Ravens. 3rd down. Looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Running right, it's Barkley. Cuts back toward the middle, and he's bottled up quickly after just a yard. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's another carry for Barkley. And fly, Eagles fly. He gets him the 1st down, partner, and that's going to seal this win.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Here's a design run. Hurts. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
Hey, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.